Backup plan. It's not working. Backup plan. So I have another microphone. Why is my microphone not charged? Huh. I hate my kids use my microphone. And I got my lapel mic too. I can use that too. Guess we're back to the old ways of doing things. Anyway, a lot of technical glitches today. Welcome. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're all doing well. I know I was having some issues with YouTube earlier. Hopefully this all records really well. That's very hard to tell. But, they used to have a little thing on the bottom that would tell you if your sound was working. But now I always see is like a mute button, which I don't need, right? I think it's a mute button. Let's see. It's mute. I don't understand why they have a mute button on there when you're recording live. But it is what it is. I wouldn't do that. Maybe we need feedback. I'll have to send them feedback. Put your volume back. Oh, put your volume signal, I guess, back on screen. Highlight your photo. There it is. Now it's working. Done. Send. Oh. That's a bug. YouTube has a bug. Go figure. So good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. We're live. This is live. So we're 2:30 into it live. What was funny is that my microphone died because I guess it wasn't plugged in, or my boy played with it. I wasn't here and decharged it. And the other one was the volume thing on the live doesn't really show anything anymore. However, when I did a feedback said you should put the volume thing back on, it did show the background with the colors for the volume that's coming through. So go figure that one, right? Anyway, it is Tuesday, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. We're here to talk Agile, not about bugs and YouTube or anything else, right? So I want to get us check it off with a little exercise. Yesterday we talked about 5-minute sprint planning and doing that. Today I had seen a lecture a while ago on storytelling, and I converted it, and part of the storytelling was to see if you can't reduce the story into 6 words. So I do that also. I say, if you're writing a story and you have as so-and-so I want so that I can do this, right? You take all those words and then you reduce them to 6 words, right? 6 words. And but those 6 words have to give a good enough description that you can see them and readily understand kind of what the story is about. And then what I did is I said to people, those 6 words, now use them in the titles of your Jira, your VSTS, your version 1, Trello, whatever, Rally, and use those 6 words in your title, because people write these real long titles and you can't see them anyhow in the system. So I tell them the challenge is take that user story, reduce it to 6 words, and put it in the title. Now there's a couple things you have to put in that title. You see what it's for. There should be some kind of metric associated with it, like how much time it should be, how quick the operation should be, response time. Let's say it's like a millisecond, I don't know, a second, whatever. So that if you did a credit card process, I want to, I want to be able to do a credit card process, and I want to know whether or not I completed my transaction within 5 seconds, right? Or 2 seconds. So the 2 seconds would be in the title of the story. So that's how you do the 6-word title. So you might say credit card, feedback, purchase, 5 seconds, right? So credit card's 2 words, purchase, feedback, complete, 5 seconds. I don't know. But then you say credit card, you can say MasterCard or Visa, right? But as close to 6 words as possible. And you make that a goal as your stories, that the title will be done in 6 words. And you can make that a game, and you can do an exercise. I've done it where I've created an exercise for my business analysts and my product owners, where we would do a bunch of stories, and then we would reduce them down in a couple sequences, from a real long story that had sentences down to a 6-word title, which can be very helpful if you have product owners and people that just learn the process, and they do a lot of ands. I want Facebook, Google, YouTube, blah, blah, and they go all that. And I want it all to work on my screen. Well, yeah, that's like 5, 6, 7, 8 different stories instead of just one story. So you can use this technique to say, okay, how are we going to take all that and put it in 6 words? What do you mean? Actually, that's not a bad thing, right? If you make a definition of ready statement for your teams, and in there you say the title should be 6 words, unique words, so that's not the same title as everything else, but 6 words. And that forces the product owner or the business person to go, oh, I could only describe what you're doing in 6 words. Well, then I can't do all this stuff. Well, maybe you should split the story. I love it. I love it. That's a heck of a little trick, right? So you do the 6 words, and that might just force those product owners and BAs that write these really long stories that really are epics, massive epics, and say, I want it in 6 words. And I'm like, how do I do it in 6 words? Well, they'll probably do it really high, though. They'll find a way. I just wanted to handle all buys, everything, everywhere. Anyway, so that's the 6 words. So make your titles. So take your user story, and this is a skill set everybody should be able to figure out how to do. And if you don't include like the performance act, you got to include the performance in those 6 words. That'll help you really well with your story writing and your capabilities. So anyway, 6-word story titles, then you can use them in your Jira and everything, and your Trello and your VSTS and your Rally and your systems of record or whatever ones you're using. And that's it. So far, talked about one item. This is 5am Mester Scrum. We're almost 9 minutes into it. And having a rough morning technical wise, so I got my earbuds on, right? The microphone there. Hopefully it'll work. And then the last thing I want to talk about is prepping yourself as an Agile coach, Scrum Master, people getting ready to work. When you're going to deal with people in transformation. One of the things I realized over the weekend was, one, I hadn't been exercising as much. I did my 30 days, but I got to keep doing it. Get back to exercising on the bike, but it's kind of dark outside right now. When I first started the show, it was light outside. Now it's pitch dark. I don't think me going riding my bike out in the dark would work, so I got to get the indoor bike working again. And in my case, doing some meditation or prayers or whatever. I always encourage my friends that are multiple religious to do their prayers, right, and get into their good state. Very much encourage them. Some people are like, "Oh, too busy." I'm like, no, you're supposed to pray 6 times. Go pray, right? Do your thing. you come back better and happier anyhow, and they feel less anxious, right? So what I just recommend is that if you're a Scrum Master or change agent or an Agile coach, that on your way to work or before work or whatever, you should, want to hopefully eat well and exercise. Everybody says that, right? Take 5 minutes just to breathe, relax. Even if you want to take up some yoga, whatever you want to do. I have a friend of mine is trying to teach you some yoga. He's on YouTube. I'm trying to get him to do a little show so I can actually watch it and follow along a little better, and do a 5-minute version of his yoga. And just relax and take a deep breath. Visualize your day and talk about things that aren't so bad, or don't get all stressed out. You don't want to get all emotional, because in change you have a lot of emotional people coming at you, and they don't want to do something, they don't like it. You want to try to encourage them and be in a good position to help encourage them to try on new things. But if you're not, you're going to be way off, and I was experiencing last week. So take 5 minutes, relax, think about stuff. If you want a bad thing, you can always think about the guy we saw over the weekend. We talked about it. There's a lot of things going on over the weekend, but one guy, I felt bad for him. We're sitting all the way across the street, and he's over in some drive-in food place, and he was pulling into a handicap spot, and he just obliterated his driver's side quarter panel and his front quarter panel on his car. I mean, he ran into the concrete, and all the way across the street, you can hear it goes crush, right? It just fell apart, and I felt so bad for the guy. I'm like, oh my God, his wife or whoever's going to kill him. But so you think about how stressful it is, and say, look, this is good. This is fun stuff. I know I'm going to have some difficulties. It's not going to go swimming every day, but I'm going to let it go. And I'm just here to help where I can help, what I can do. So take that little bit of time, that 5 minutes every day before you go in the office. Get yourself into a good emotional position. Realize where you are, so that you're prepared for these meetings and these change opportunities that may not go so swimmingly. So I just recommend take 5 minutes every morning before you go into the office, before you start your workday. Take some deep breaths. If you do yoga, prayers, meditation, whatever it is that helps calm you down and put good perspective in life, do it. That's just my piece of advice that I've doing, and I'm trying to get back to that. I usually do that every day on my way to work. So I take some time, just relax, zone out, just concentrate on driving, But I also take deep breaths, and just sometimes just a couple of deep breaths, just letting the air in and everything just relaxes you. So my recommendation, 5 minutes, relax, get ready for your day, take a deep breath, and hopefully you'll have a great day. It's Tuesday, August 27th. September's almost over. Labor Day's coming up. Don't forget about the holidays, both here and overseas. And thanks for subscribing to 5 Mester Scrum. Please tell your friends. Hit the little bell, and you'll get little notes when we go live. Hopefully this all worked. I have no idea, and we'll see. All right, take care, and have a great day. Bye.